Hi, my name is Mercy. Welcome back to the channel. Recently, I got somebody to help me with my networking events. I got somebody to help me as an intern, and I learned quite a lot about leadership basically. I don't think that many of us pay attention to just how bad we are as leaders. I've never been the kind of person who likes delegating, mostly because I keep thinking that if I delegate, somebody's going to spoil something and then I will have to redo it. And I think this comes from experience. I've had times when people have actually really let me down in terms of just basically what they have delivered when I've trusted them with things. However, this was a pleasant thing for me. I don't think I got the best out of her because I really limited what I was willing to ask her to do. However, I totally loved what she produced with the little that I asked her to do. It was awesome. This so this video basically is just about I talk a lot about mentoring, and I think this can be one of those things where we can mentor. You do not have to be mentoring somebody who is already there. You can also mentor somebody who's learning, who's new, who hasn't had a work experience, and you're trying to teach them something to do and things like that. And when we have interns like at work, we always look at them as okay, they're here to learn, and then we dump all the stuff that we don't want to do on them. We don't really, for most places, I'm not going to say this applies everywhere, but in most places, people tend to give them what they feel like they don't want to do without considering what this person actually likes to. And that is a big mistake, because how are you making somebody grow if you're making them do something that they don't enjoy? I know work is not always about what you enjoy, and sometimes that thing that they don't want to do might be what you actually need help with, and not just basically it might be the important thing that you need at that time. However, it does not kill you to just sometimes be nicer, give a little bit more responsibility, give some words of wisdom. And you, if you're an intern, be a recipient to new ideas, to learning something new, to knowing from these old people what they have been doing, because they must have done something right for them to be there, right? And I feel like that is one of those things I personally have not been good at. I have not been good at delegating. I have not been good at just looking for people who are not, who have zero experience, zero practical experience in telling me what I can do. And lately, I don't know how this came about. Maybe it's just because now I actually need people who understand social media. And the older you get, the less people you have who understand this, right? So in my age group, there are quite fewer people who understand social media than there are younger people who understand it. So the first one was actually a young man who created my website, and I just loved how much every time I asked him something, half the time I didn't even know what I was asking. It was just something that I'm still thinking about, but I haven't yet finished thinking about it. And he would come up with like 10 different ideas, and I'm like, oh, that's actually what I meant. When it was not, it definitely was not, but he probably came up with something that I'm like, "No, that's actually better than what I was thinking." And I loved that. I loved the fact that he was helping me to dig into. Another thing was Instagram. The intern that I used for my event is actually very good at Instagram, and she was awesome at helping me with just understanding how my following works, how the algorithms work, and I loved it. And so I learned quite a lot from her. And for me, that was one of those few things that I felt that was hindering just my progress. However, now we are here and it works. Okay. All right. I guess that's it for today, because I feel like we have said everything there is to say.